For the longest time, I told myself that I was not a creative person. I would say things like, oh, well, I guess God just forgot to give me talents. And years later, when I was much older, my late 30s, early 40s, I realized, man, that is an absolute lie that I've been telling myself. And it inadvertently became my truth. And the reason I kept telling myself that I did not have any gifts or I wasn't talented or I wasn't creative is because I kept focusing on the obvious gifts and talents, such as being able to sing or to paint or to draw or to sculpt. Those particular gifts and talents I definitely do not have. But that does not mean that I am not creative. And my friend, same thing is true for you. I promise you, without knowing a single thing about you, that you are a creative person. Welcome, my friend, to day 17, tip number 17. This is all about creating. When you think about creating, I'm going to ask you to broaden the scope. Pull back the proverbial curtain and see the full picture. Because if you are doing like I did for so many years and you're just honing in on this one thing, you are going to miss your gift and talents. You are going to miss the opportunity to be creative. There are so many ways that we can express our creativity. It can be from everything from writing to music to singing to art to cooking to gardening to, oh my gosh, there's like too many for me to list here. This video will be way too long, but it is there. Your creative genius is inside of you, and it is up to you to tap into her and then allow her to flourish and to bloom. I did not realize that I was creative in the form of writing and speaking until I was in my late 30s and I was given the opportunity to do both of them. When I first spoke, I was doing a presentation at my then job. I used to work at a local hospital. And I did a presentation for some continuing education units. And I remember after I did the presentation, even though I was super nervous to get up and talk in front of all those people, I got such wonderful feedback and it really energized me. Like I felt so energized after giving that talk, even though I was so nervous going into it. And that one decision to say yes to being a presenter and getting up in front of my colleagues and allowing myself to get uncomfortable, it unleashed and allowed me to tap into a gift, into a creative side of myself that I did not know existed. And then a few years later, I got into writing. And now, at 55 years old, I am a columnist for a local publication in my town. My friend, you have it inside of you too. It may not be writing, it may not be speaking, but I promise there is something within you. And the way that you find your creative genius, the way that you allow yourself to really create and find that feeling of, oh, wow, I like this. And I didn't know that I like it, nor that I know that I'm actually pretty good at it. You have to be willing to either say yes like I did, if somebody asks you to do something and you want to shy away from it and you're going, oh, no, I can't do that because, fill in the blank, I've never done it before, or I'm not good at it, or I don't know how, or, we have this laundry list of reasons why we can't do something. If you're asked to do something, get out of your comfort zone and do it and say yes, and then see what happens. Or try things. I am not a baker. And for a long time, I thought, you know what? Maybe it'll be fun to be a baker. Maybe I'm creative when it comes to baking. And so what I did is I tried out a few recipes. And what I discovered is I really don't like baking. I am actually pretty decent at it, and I probably could become much better at baking if I simply did it more. But I realized once I allowed myself to experiment and try it, that I don't like it. And so I don't want to keep doing it. And so my point is, that's what I'm asking you to do. If you really are at a loss right now, if you have this giant question mark in your head because you just don't know what to create, or you're just not sure if you have that creativity within you, just try something. Literally, start with baking like I did, or cooking meals, or gardening, or planting tomatoes specifically. Like, just try something. See how it feels. Do you like it? Is it something that you want to continue doing? What kind of feedback are you getting from people? The reason why I am encouraging you to create is kind of twofold. Number one, it allows you to tap into your God given gifts and talents. Okay. So that's really important. You don't want that to be buried with you someday. You want to be able to express it. You want to be able to multiply your talents. And the second reason that I'm encouraging you is because when you create, you allow your mind to really hone in on whatever it is that you are creating, whether it's a short story or a cupcake or, a tomato plant, like whatever it is that you're creating, your mind is hyper focused on it. And when your mind is focused on this task, your mind is then present. And so, what happens during those moments of creativity is all the noise, all the anxiety, all the stress, all the things that are coming at you, it begins to fade in the background. It doesn't go away completely, but instead of being right here constantly, it slowly begins to fade. And it's kind of like the white noise in the background. You know it's still there, but it's not beating like a drum inside of you. And now you're able to look at this piece of pottery, or once again, whatever it is that you are creating, and you're actually able to see it come to fruition, come to proverbial life. And then you just keep going with it and you make it better and better and better. When I first started doing public speaking, although I was good and I had a natural knack for it, I was not the best. Like, I still needed to hone in on my skills. And because I just kept doing it, every time I was asked to talk, whether it was at church or work or somewhere else, I just kept saying yes. And then I joined speaking organizations. I joined the local chapter of Toastmasters. And then I joined the National Association of Speakers. Like, I just kept challenging myself and saying yes and doing it over and over again. And now, almost 20 years later, I can say that I am a much better speaker and I've really been able to flourish and tap into that creativity. The same thing with my writing. I was not the best writer in the beginning, but the more I allowed myself to be okay with my style of writing, and I didn't focus on being like this writer or that writer, and I learned how to tap into my own uniqueness, then that's really when things begin to take off. If you are not creating, stop right now. Think of something to create, literally anything, absolutely anything, and then do it. And if that one doesn't work out, try the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. The more that you look and you seek and you just search, you're going to find. And once you do, oh my gosh, you're going to be so grateful that you did. Stay tuned tomorrow for tip number 18. Bye, my friend.